From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight on the news, new details on a Lincoln bank robbery suspect that is still at large.
Plus, we take a look at how one religion is recovering after the pandemic.
Also tonight, an effort to raise Nebraska's minimum wage is likely to be on the November ballot. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. We'll get to those stories in just a moment.
But first, we want to check out the weather. Tornado warning, I think, is still in effect. Rusty Dock has joined us right up the top here. But the very latest, Rusty.
That's right, Rod. We have a tornado warning that's in place until 5:15 for Clay County. We've been seeing a lot of funnel clouds on and off throughout the afternoon, some landspouts, which are rarely dangerous. But now this one over by Hastings has the potential. It's a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. It's located near Clay Center, and as of 4:50, it was capable of producing a tornado just north of Clay Center or 17 miles east of Hastings, barely moving. It's about moving to the southeast at 5 miles per hour. This tornado warning is in place until 5:15, so you can see there's not much to it. This isn't your normal large thunderstorm producing a tornado kind of situation. This is more of just a funnel cloud, has some storm spotters reporting funnel clouds, and it's just possible that this could make it to the ground. So they're issuing a tornado warning, and that goes until 5:15 for Clay County. So just keeping a really close eye on this. No reports of any damage or anything like that yet, but it is something we wanted to keep everybody up to date on what's going on. So once again, a tornado warning for central Clay County until 5:15, and weather spotters have been reporting funnel clouds associated with this particular storm. So we'll keep an eye on it. There's not much to it right now. No other reports of any kind of tornadic information going on out there. Just a few funnel clouds because of some storms that are out there this afternoon. So we'll take a look at that. We'll check in again on this tornado warning in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good, Rusty. Thank you very much. Today, the petition to increase Nebraska's minimum wage took one step forward.
Signatures were collected from all 93 counties so that it could end up on the November ballot. Channel 8's Jessica Blum has more.
Group Raise the Wage Nebraska submitted over 160,000 signatures to the Secretary of State today. This initiative is designed to put a plan for a gradual increase in the state's minimum wage. There are over 25 organizations that serve as supporters to the mission. The current minimum wage for our state is $9 an hour. It has been that way since 2016, but many argue as the cost of living keeps climbing, so should minimum wage. The initiative proposes a bump in wages by January 2023 to $10.50 per hour. Wages will continue to go up by $1.50 each year to eventually reach a minimum of $15 per hour by 2026.
We have talked to hundreds and in many communities, thousands of Nebraska voters who signed our petition, and they agreed that raising the wage to a minimum of $15 gradually by 2026 is common sense for us.
According to research by Economic Policy Institute, 150,000 working Nebraskans will benefit from this. Less time working is more time at home to take care of family and friends.
So many Nebraskans are working 2 and 3 jobs just to get by. And a higher wage could mean spending more time with our kids and getting the chance to just live. So for me, earning $15 an hour means I can say yes to more things.
The group says the phased-in approach will let businesses adjust while ensuring nearly 195,000 Nebraskans can feed their families.
I'm just really excited that so many Nebraskans have brought this issue forward. I believe that a citizen's right to petition their government in this way is very powerful.
If the initiative passes, the group Raise the Wage Nebraska says 25% of African American workers and 30% of Latino workers in Nebraska would also see a bigger paycheck. Over the next 40 days, the Secretary of State will decide if the petition qualifies for the ballot or not. Raise the Wage Nebraska will focus efforts towards messaging voters and building business support until the upcoming November election.
All right, thank you so much, Jessica. A suspect accused of robbing a bank near 27th and Superior is still on the run. LPD releasing brand new surveillance photos of the man today.
He's described as a white male in his 30s or 40s with tattoos on his hands and neck. LPD says he took an unknown amount of money before fleeing on foot. He did not use a weapon and no one was injured. He was wearing a flannel shirt and a beanie. Police say there is no threat to the public, but if you have any information, please give them a call. LPD is also warning us about a rise in auto thefts this year. In fact, a more than 34% increase.
Police have seen 86 stolen cars so far this year compared to 64 at this point in 2021. Police say make sure your cars are locked, as just about 42% of these cases, the vehicle was unlocked with the keys still inside. So far, nearly 77% of these cars have been recovered. We have an update tonight on a story we brought to you a month ago.
The Salvation Army and Westlake Ace Hardware held their annual fan drive, and today those fans were delivered to the Salvation Army. In total, nearly 400 fans were donated, and all of them will go to people in need. With the hot summer weather coupled with the higher costs for basically everything, the Salvation Army says the need is great. And once again, the Lincoln community shows its generosity.
Lincoln is a great place to live, filled with generous people, and once again it shows through this magnificent donation of fans.
The fans will start being given out tomorrow afternoon at the Salvation Army headquarters off of 27th and Potter Streets. A new library program will help get books to newborns.
The 3-year program will gift a free book to all babies born in Lincoln hospitals. The idea all came from a Lincoln East High School student who says she was inspired by her own love of reading. Health officials say that reading to children starting at birth can have many benefits.
The American Academy of Pediatrics actually recommends that we start reading to our children even in the womb, so that they get familiar with just that dialogue and just the language and learning vocabulary and those kind of things.
The program was made possible thanks to a grant from Community Health Endowment and donations from Bryan and CHI Health. The pandemic impacted us all in different ways.
One religion is still being impacted to this day with the way they interact with the community. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez met with Jehovah's Witness leaders in Lincoln to see how they pivoted. Ariana?
Yes, many people were unable to go to their place of worship during the pandemic, and Jehovah's Witness nationwide are still meeting over Zoom if members are not comfortable meeting in person just yet. But the biggest change is how they interact with the community. Just recently, Jehovah's Witnesses in Lincoln have been able to go back into the community with their carts, as you can see there. And the gentleman I spoke with explained they are still wearing their mask to make sure people feel comfortable. He said popular areas are downtown Lincoln, as well as near the Student Union on the UNL campus. Since they are not currently knocking on doors, they are reaching out in the community in a different way.
It was a huge change for us because normally most of us would go door to door or we'd be out doing public witnessing like this, and now that was not available because of the pandemic. So we're doing letter writing and we're doing telephone where we would call people on the telephone. So I have wrote more letters in the last 2 years than probably all of my life.
Jim shared that he loves going out seeing people smile. And he says being in the community with his cart of pamphlets gives people the option to start a conversation or just continue walking by. And tonight on the news at 6, hear more on adjusting and how they're making those adjusting changes and how the last couple of years affected membership.
Ariana Martinez, thank you very much for that story. Well, here's something you don't see very often in Lincoln. A pair of F-16 fighter jets from South Dakota had to make an emergency landing today at the Lincoln Airport.
The jets landed smoothly around 11 o'clock this morning. Officials on the scene told us one of the jets had a technical malfunction and required the emergency landing. Officials say they are just waiting for maintenance crews to come in and fix the issue, as well as gassing up the other jet.
Now to the latest in that holiday parade massacre outside of Chicago. Prosecutors say the suspected gunman admitted to opening fire on spectators in Highland Park, killing 7 and injuring dozens more.
They also say he contemplated a second attack at another holiday gathering in another state the same day. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more from Highland Park.
The father of the 21-year-old charged in the July 4th shooting rampage in Highland Park, Illinois, says he is not culpable in the attack, though he signed a consent form for his son to apply for gun ownership when he was a minor.
This has taken us by complete surprise. 3 days before the 4th, my wife had asked him, hey, do you have any plans for the 4th? And he simply said no.
Authorities say criminal charges could be on the table for Robert Cremo Jr., who sponsored his son Robert Cremo III's application for a gun license before he turned 21, despite a prior suicide attempt and alleged threats to kill his family. He says he doesn't live with his son and claims he was unaware of some of those incidents when he signed that paperwork.
I filled out the consent form to allow my son to go through the process. They do background checks, whatever that entails.
The suspect's father also denies any involvement in his son's weapons purchases, some of which happened after his 21st birthday. Police say the shooting suspect stared down the scope of his high-powered rifle from the rooftop of a building and began firing on the crowd, killing 7 and hurting dozens more, and he left that weapon behind and fled. Aurora police releasing this photo of another rifle that police say was recovered from the suspect's vehicle when he was arrested.
He seriously contemplated using the firearm he had in his vehicle to commit another shooting.
Flowers, cards, candles now lining the street near the parade route as community members remember those who were killed. The director of the U.S. Marshal Service talking with ABC News about the epidemic of violent crime in this country.
If it's causing you not to go shopping, you're a victim of violent crime. If it's caused you not to go to a parade, you've been influenced by violent crime.
The FBI is in this community assisting in the investigation. Police say they're in touch with federal prosecutors about federal charges against the suspect. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Highland Park, Illinois.
And breaking news from this morning in the Brittany Griner case, the WNBA star pleading guilty to drug charges this morning in Russia.
However, Griner says she did not have intentions to do it. She says she was rushing to pack her things and unintentionally put the cartridges in her luggage. She's been detained against her will in the country now for several months, recently sending a letter to President Biden pleading for the negotiation of her release. She will give her full testimony in her next hearing on July 14th. Still to come on the news tonight, we take a look back at the career of actor James Caan, famously known for his roles in The Godfather, Brian's Song, and Elf.
That and your full forecast with Rusty right after the break.
The entertainment industry has lost a longtime legend.
Actor James Caan died Wednesday. He was 82 years old. Here's a look back at his incredible career.
I want somebody good, and I mean very good, to plant that gun.
James Caan made a mark as mobster Sonny Corleone in The Godfather, arguably the most famous of his more than 100 roles.
Hey, it's my sister's wedding.
Before The Godfather turned him into a 70s superstar, we first met Caan in 1961, making his television debut in an episode of Naked City.
Hey, we said we were getting you a doctor, didn't we? What do you want to carry on like that for?
A few years later, he was back on the big screen, terrorizing Olivia de Havilland in Lady in a Cage.
Right now, I am all out.
In 1967, Caan would appear with John Wayne in El Dorado, and in '71, he played dying football star Brian Piccolo in the celebrated TV movie Brian's Song.
This thing I got's bad, I know that.
It was based on the true story of the friendship between Piccolo and his Chicago Bears teammate Gale Sayers.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, you say so?
Caan received an Emmy nomination for that performance. As the 70s rolled on, Caan was front and center. There was Cinderella Liberty, Freebie and the Bean, The Godfather Part 2.
They're saps because they risk their lives for strangers.
He had 2 hits in '75, Funny Lady with Barbra Streisand and the futuristic Rollerball. A year later, he was back to comedy, having a moment in the Mel Brooks classic Silent Movie. He was also part of director Richard Attenborough's war drama A Bridge Too Far, and he starred opposite Marsha Mason in Neil Simon's Chapter 2.
Hello. Hello.
Caan seemed to know how to pick memorable movies. With Kathy Bates in 1990's Misery, he played an author terrorized by his biggest fan.
You just better start showing me a little more appreciation around here, Mr. Man.
A year later, he was Bette Midler's leading man, both of them entertaining our troops during tough times in the war drama For the Boys.
Sing him a song, honey. He's earned it.
And in a Christmas comedy classic, Caan even starred as dad to Will Ferrell's Elf.
I love you.
Okay, go to sleep now.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast from Nebraska's trusted news source.
So how quickly things change around here. A tornado warning not too long ago for Clay Center, and now look at it. Nothing. I mean, there's absolutely nothing left of it, just a mere 15 minutes later. So I guess if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. And that's absolutely true for that particular storm. A lot of funnel clouds being reported today. Parts of south central Nebraska, northeast Nebraska with some storms out this way, some lightning and thunder. But this wasn't a setup for supercell tornadoes. This was more like just the funnel clouds and the land spout tornadoes and the weaker versions that don't form because of the supercell thunderstorm. So there's a lot going on, just nothing is really severe, but it was just enough, that one tornado warning, that the potential was there. So the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for that. Now we've got everything moving off to the east, still trying to wrap around here. We could see some showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight. And adding to the precipitation that we've already seen, radar estimate over the last 12 hours, a lot of precipitation, the heaviest though, well to our south along the Kansas-Nebraska border. Look at this, 2, 3, 4, some spots 5 inches of rain late last night into early this morning, and then 1.5 inches, just over 1 inch, and then by the time you got to Interstate 80, it just kind of fizzled out, except for one storm here between Grand Island and Lincoln dropped 1, 2, almost 3 inches of rain. But in and around the Lincoln area, you had to go south to see about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. But heaviest precipitation, like I said, to our south, where we saw 2 to 5 inches along that border. Outside right now, Honda of Lincoln looking at some really cool clouds. I mean, the atmosphere out there is kind of bubbly. So we've got a lot of cool clouds to look at, but no precipitation coming out of those right now. But the temperatures, not bad, 82 degrees considering our average high is pretty close to 90. And these temperatures are in the 70s and 80s. Cloud cover does that. It is humid though, dew points in the 70s, so it does feel like 80s, 90s. and Unadilla at 102. Goodness, not much of a wind. It's out of the south and southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So the satellite and radar over the last few hours here, there's this line right here that's going to be moving to the east, so we have the potential for showers and thunderstorms. It's just a very stable atmosphere, and then more off to the west. What's going to happen with Stormcast is that line moves through 7, 8, 9 o'clock tonight, so scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms possible. And then everything should move off to the east, kind of wrap around a little bit as we head through the overnight, so still a few showers and thunderstorms possible. As we head into Friday morning, notice there's still clouds, so we could see a raindrop or two as we head through early Friday morning. Then that moves off to the east. Still close, so I think by tomorrow afternoon, still a chance, especially around Omaha and areas east for a thunderstorm, and then very quiet as we head into Friday night, and then the weekend is looking very dry. So your forecast for tonight, scattered storms, 70 degrees, pretty muggy. Most of us in the upper 60s and lower 70s tonight, and then tomorrow, middle 80s, again, below average, not by much, but still below average. That storm chance in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Most of us in the middle, maybe the upper 80s if we see enough sunshine the second half of the day. Then a dry but warm weekend, 95 on Sunday, still a little on the humid side too, so stay hydrated if you have out and about plans on Sunday. Another chance for some storms as we get into the first part of Monday. Then that's it for precipitation. And I know a lot of us were asking for rain, so hopefully you got some last night or today or even into tonight, because look at all of next week. That is a dry forecast with temperatures about where they're supposed to be for this time of year.
Yeah, very dry. All right. Thank you very much, Rusty. A great day on Wall Street today. The Dow gaining 347 points. NASDAQ is up 259. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source. Finally tonight, Pringles is on a mission to rename a spider. The potato chip company is asking people to sign a petition to rename this kidney garden spider to the Pringles spider, saying it looks like its mascot, Mr. P.
I would have to agree with that. They pointed to its round white body and its distinctive markings above the massive mustache as the reason. Pringles is hoping the spider community will recognize the spider as their own. The company is offering free chips to the first 1,500 people who sign the petition and actually get the name changed. So
interesting.
Yeah, it does. Look around, right?
But of all things to associate with a potato chip, a spider?
Now I'm hungry for potato chips, Megan.
Sorry.
Yeah, especially Pringles. All right, let's get a final check of the weather.
Looks like they drew the mustache on,
Right?
the body of that spider. Hey, we've got a lot going on out there for the next several days, but for the most part, we're going to have a cool day tomorrow. Early showers are possible, and then just partly cloudy skies. 88 on Saturday. Not too bad of a day. That's about where we're supposed to be this time of year. And then a little on the hot side on Sunday, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies at 95 on Sunday. Our next chance for rain comes in on Monday, and hopefully if you need it, you get it, because that's it for a while. Every single day after Monday is going to be dry with temperatures in the upper 80s, lower 90s, and then even warming up as we head towards next weekend.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you all for joining us.
See you back here at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
Okay, hi. What's the occasion, fancy pants? Ah, that fancy DQ caramel fudge cheesecake blizzard is the occasion. DQ, happy tastes good.